finally, up to New York, I was able to communicate because I speak Italian, you know, and then in the island, they speak Portuguese in Santa Maria, and then Spain they speak Spanish, which is pretty close.
Right.
But in New York, I got lost. Now, I came to Denver by bus, and we traveled for 3 days, and the only thing I knew how to say, coffee and donuts.
All right.
So, but I have to rush in the restaurant and grab the coffee and donuts and go back in the bus and wait, because I was afraid I might miss the bus. The bus might leave.
Right.
So everybody was sitting, eating big dinners, big lunches.
And all you had to get was coffee.
He had to stay on the bus.
I have to be in the bus and wait for everybody, and I drink my coffee and donuts, and that's it. But anyway, some young fella noticed that, and he needed anything for all the way. So before we got to Chicago, he said, "Well, let me order you." I told him, I don't speak English. So he said, "Let me order you something." But I don't trust.
Did he speak Greek?
No,
Just with hand motions.
Really
What's
trying
emotion,
to
you know, really.
communicate.
And somehow we get together.
Like he was pointing at a hamburger
And what
saying,
place
"One
were
of
you?
those?"
On the bus.
Before Chicago,
Where's Chicago?
he said, "We got to
Before Chicago, yeah.
I'm gonna order something. What do you want to eat?" I said, "I don't know what they eat here.
Yeah.
What they cooking here?" He said, "Everything." I don't trust him, you know.
Right.
I want fried eggs but the French fries. So he ordered fried eggs and French
Not
fries
French
for
fries,
lunch.
Just potatoes.
hash browns.
No, not French fries, French fries. Because
I believe that it was
I don't want
French fries, yeah.
French brown, but that, you know, French fries I do. Piganitas patatas I do. You know. Anyway, he got me the French fries and the eggs, you know, and that's it. Coming to Denver, but started
nice.
coffee and donuts again.
And you only ate coffee and donuts for how
When
long?
I got to Denver, I drank so much coffee and I was shaking, you know,
Right.
too much coffee.
Sure.
And then when I got home, they asked me, "Why are you shaking?" And then I said, "I don't know." "Would you eat anything?" I said, "No, I eat
Coffee and donuts.
What do you be eating?"
Where
Coffee and donuts.
Who taught you the coffee and
I was
donuts?
just gonna say, where'd you
Uncle
learn
George, he
that?
wrote me in Greece, he say, "When you come,
Ask for
you know,
coffee and
used to
donuts?
order big meals, you know, because you're gonna complicate you know. Say just a coffee and donuts." So I keep trying
So
order
you stuck
donuts.
to it the whole way.
How old were you then?
Eh?
How old were you at the time?
36.
26?
How much,
25, 26.
how much money did you have with you?
I had about $100.
Who said
No,
it?
not even that, $40.
You saved it and then you exchanged it into US dollars?
Wow.
Yeah, I have $1, yeah.
What
How
was
much, how much was a coffee and a donuts at the time?
Oh.
That time was quarter
Quarter for coffee and a quarter for...
How much was your airline ticket?
The airline ticket was,
you mean
$800.
the boat ticket?
$800?
That's right, that would be like 2,500 today or something.
Yeah, that was right.
2,500 is more like
That's
4,500.
That's
Yeah.
was the first time they started flying airplanes, you know what I mean? They crossed the
They're kinda
Atlantic, you know.
expensive.
Yeah.
Did you fly over or did you take the boat?
The fleet flew
No,
over.
from, so, but here, they thought it was too expensive to fly from New York to, so they got me ticket by bus, you know, with, I don't know, $45.
Yeah.
With the
Jeez.
the
And
Greyhound.
you did it, and that's when you were only eating the coffee
And
and
the
donuts.
worst part was, when I got to Denver, it was January. It was no leaves, no, but
So you left after
the
December, so you got in Denver in January.
the snow was that high, and the big trees were huge trees, and they remind me of the movies, you know, with the spooky movies, you know, was going to really, I mean,
Horror
with the
movies.
Halloween, you know, you see those neglected houses with the big trees.
Yeah.
And I saw them in the movies, and I got scared. I said, what I'm going here, you know what I mean? What the hell, I mean, I left a beautiful country, you know, with the ocean, with
all
the
I got here is
flowers,
coffee,
and I got-
donuts, and
well,
dilapidation.
Forget about the coffee. Just get my, you know, sit my pants, you know, look at the surroundings, you know, around me, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And I said, where I'm going here? This is deserted place, you know. But
Yeah, especially coming through.
we drove for hours,
Yeah.
for hours in the desert, no see nothing, you know what I mean?
Because
No
there's
houses,
farmlands.
farmland. Anyway, I got to Denver, and I came a little late, by 11 o'clock, and at that time, I had the address.
Right.
And I get up on the bus, and I went to see the man in the office, you know, in the desk there. I say, how can I look around, I couldn't see nobody, you know, some of the relatives and nobody. So I went to the office and I asked, how can I get to this address? He said, you go to this door and catch taxi, you know. So I went outside and I see the taxi, and I got into the taxi. It was dark, you know, 11 o'clock at night. So, and I look, who's the driver? I saw big, ugly looking, black, you know.
Oh my God.
With the big leaves, you know, and
Oh, yeah.
oh, God. And then,
It's a scary tree.
Was that the-
So
I never saw a black in Greece, you know, first time.
This was the
first
first
time.
time?
So, and I
Because we never saw
was
it.
dark, you know, and I saw just that his eyes was kind of blinking there, you know what I mean? And his teeth.
The whites and the teeth.
And then he started talking in the radio, and I say, oh, he's gonna take me now to those
I'm in
games, you
trouble.
know, those games, you know. And then I remember in the movies, when they catch you in Africa, they put you in the pot and make a soup.
Oh my God.
So, oh, they're gonna take me and make a soup out of me.
So then you showed him the address and everything?
I saw the address, he took the address, he was going like this, and he took off. And then I said, I didn't know where he gonna take me, you know.
They even had radios at that time in the taxi.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
1955.
60s.
So anyway,
1955.
that was
55,
55.
56.
56.
Wow.
Whatever.
They
They had radios.
Yeah,
They had radios.
So
Yeah.
anyway, he took me to Colfax and Washington. These people are supposed to go and stay, they rent an apartment there.
Right.
Colfax in Washington.
Colfax and Washington, it used to be a Safeway over there, you know, they closed down now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Office.
So I went to, I took my suitcase and he dropped me over there, I paid the guy, he left. So I knocked the door, was 11:30, you know, late.
Mm-hmm.
A lady came out with a nightgown, you know, and said, what do you want? I say, here, I'm looking for these, you know, people. Oh, he said, where's the move? She shut the door on me, you know what I mean? So I took up my suitcase and I went down the court and I looked which way I should go now. I was down there by the Capitol, I saw a sign hotel. And I said, I better go over there and spend the night, you know.
Did you have a phone number for them?
I didn't have no phone number.
Oh, who
just
lived
there. Eh? Uncle Bob.
He lived there?
Yeah, they lived there for
With all his kids?
Temporary. When they came to Salida, he came only with Denise and John, you know, John, to look for job, you know. In the meantime, while I left in Greece, that time they found a house. They bought a house and they moved out from there, you see. And I didn't know that. They didn't have time to notify
Oh, so
me.
you didn't even have the right address?
Yeah, I have. So
How did you
finally,
find them?
and not only that, but they knew I was coming. Instead of it be there early enough to wait for me, you know, they was busy with a new house, moving furniture, and the time go by and they forgot about me, you know what I
Oh
mean?
my God.
So, and then finally, after I started going for the hotel, you know, those guys saw a car, you know, and the car stopped, and everybody come out, you know, and find me, you know.
Oh, they found you over there.
At the hotel?
They found you?
They find me, yeah.
At the hotel?
No, before
Is it
I get to the
walking?
hotel, I started walking to a hotel, you know.
Oh, so they saw you then.
The Lee House Hotel
Yeah.
over there by the Capitol.
And the house was,
You know that hotel?
yeah. the new
Right across from the Capitol.
Right, that's right,
On Grant.
right.
Yeah.
And then they bought the house, so they took me to the house, you see. But,
I can't believe you didn't.
Where did you get the money to come on the plane? That's a lot of money.
well, really, to be honest, I borrowed the money and I have to pay it back.
From who?
Still?
I borrowed from somebody and I paid him back, yeah.
Who did you borrow the money from?
Some guy, you know, over there, I knew.
In Greece? He was a rich guy or just a friend?
Okay.
He had the money, you know, and he gave it to me.
Then you paid it back how soon?
Yeah?
How soon did you pay it back?
Oh, about a couple months.
So what was your first,
What was your first job?
what was your,